Everybody and their mother has slammed Superman 64, and for good reason, because the game is an utter piece of shit. But what I want to know is how come Superman for the Game Boy hasn't been raked over the coals that many times? Because it is just as bad, if not worse, than that N64 abomination. And both games are made by the same company, Titus. Yet when I go on YouTube, I find almost no reviews on it. But that's alright, I'm here to give it the shellacking it deserves. So anyway, let's get into it. Superman for the Game Boy. Some bad games at least wait a little while before they start sucking. But oh no, not this one. It starts sucking right from the get-go. This is the startup screen, and they couldn't even bother to put in a Superman title or a press start or anything like that. And this artwork stinks on fucking ice. To me, it looks like something that a mentally deranged 8-year-old would draw in his Etch-a-Sketch. Looking at this crappy artwork, I don't think Neil Adams or Jim Lee have anything to worry about. Christ, it pains me to say, but I think Rob Liefeld could draw a better Superman than this, and his fucking artwork sucks. So anyway, moving on to the game's graphics, well what do you know, they suck too. What a shocker. The buildings and the cityscape look alright, I guess. But Superman, look what they fucking did to Superman! An American icon, and they pissed all over him! He doesn't even look like Superman. He looks like some kind of half-assed Grammaton cleric. No, you know what he actually looks like to me? It looks like that really shitty black suit that Tim Burton was going to use in his aborted Superman Lives project back in the late 90s. And thank God that never got off the ground. But if it had, I imagine the video game version of Superman would look exactly like this. In other words, it would look like complete dog shit. And these villains don't look much better. What the fuck are they supposed to be? 18th century boat captains, or Sadukar, or medieval monks? Oh, we're not going to give you Brainiac or Metalo or big-ass robots to fight. No, we're going to let you fight Captain Bligh. Ugh. Titus, go to hell, you bunch of frog-eating French fucks. Also, let's not forget that in Stage 2, apparently Metropolis is located on planet Cyclo. Did the game designers ever see a picture of Metropolis in any of the Superman comics? Ever? Apparently not. And let's not forget the wonderful Game Over screen where it looks like Superman is wearing sunglasses that are 2 sizes too small for him. Ooh, and he's so angry he's gonna punch out the words Game Over. If I were him, I wouldn't waste my time on the Game Over screen. Instead, I'd go find the game designers and drop a load of brown kryptonite on them. As for the controls, they're nearly as bad as the graphics. The A button is for flying, but get this. To fly, you have to press the A button and keep holding it. And when you do this, Superman will shoot straight up like a fucking rocket. Once he's in the air, you can move him using any of the directional buttons. But the problem is that if you let go of the A button at any time, he'll drop out of the sky like a fucking anvil. Why do I have to hold the A button to keep him airborne? Why can't I just tap the A button once and have him start flying, then move him in whatever direction I want? Or better yet, do it like Sunman. In that game, all you had to do was press up and your hero would start flying. Oh, but we can't do that. That would be too simple and smart. We gotta make it more complicated than it needs to be. Christ, even Superman for the Atari 2600 did a better job on the flying than this piece of shit. And all the B button does is allow you to punch. Attacking is even worse. Forget the heat vision and the freeze breath, you just get to punch stuff. Wow, that's exciting. And trying to punch while flying is a fucking nightmare. You have to press B while holding A and go in a certain direction, and Superman does some kind of half-ass flying punch dive thingy. Even if you fucking manage to hit something with it, you'll end up taking damage anyway. Great attack, huh? Then there's the epilepsy-inducing pause screen. Press start and you'll end up with a grand mal seizure. I wonder if anybody ever sued them for this. God, I wish they would have. Plus, the music keeps playing after you press pause, and that's always a nice touch. The gameplay. Oh dear, the gameplay. As Superman, your mission is to go through the city and collect 4 keys. Wait a minute, Slick, hold on there. Why does Superman have to collect 1 key, let alone 4? He's fucking Superman! What fucking door is gonna stop him? Well, gee, let's examine the ways that Superman can get around a locked door. He can rip it off its hinges, or he can blast it with his heat vision, or he can blow it away with his freeze breath, or he can smash through the wall, or the floor, or the fucking ceiling. And unless the room is magically protected or made out of kryptonite, he's not gonna have any problem getting in there. So again, why does Superman need a fucking key? I think this is stupider than flying through rings. I really do. In fact, Titus is so stupid that I don't think their stupidity can be measured by conventional means. They just don't get Superman. They don't get him. They can't get him. They're too stupid to get him. Anyway, getting back to the matter at hand, as Superman you go through the city and collect keys. And while you're on this moronic mission, you have to face a bunch of soldiers, whoever they are. They'll shoot bullets at you that Superman can punch back at them. Great, that's just like the Superman in the comics. So you have to defeat these ground pounders as well as about 500 snipers. Maybe the Metropolis Police Department should look into guarding the buildings a bit better. Not to mention that trying to fly and punch these guys at the same time is a pain in the ass. There's also these floating grenades. Don't ask me how they got there. Apparently they have an easier time staying in the air than I do. During the game, Superman is only given 1 life and 6 continues. Why you'd ever want to continue the game is beyond me, but there it is. Recover your energy at the Fortress of Solitude. Maybe while Superman's there, he should recover a dictionary too. You hear a call for help, but it is a trap. Defeat the Shadow Walkers. You have 4 keys to find. Proper grammar courtesy of the Irate Gamer. When at last you manage to collect all the keys, you can leave the level. However, I don't even know why they made you collect those keys since you land on a flashing platform. There's no door or keyhole. Oh fine, what the fuck ever, let's just move on. In the second level, you have to fly over Metropolis and beat up more bad guys. Which is nice and all, except you still have to hold on to A to keep flying. And if you let go of A at any point, Superman will drop out of the sky and you'll lose a life. Then it'll say, you have quit the fight. No, I did not quit the fight. The game quit the fight for me. And what kind of asshole game designer would program a game where Superman can fall out of the sky and just quit? Superman does not quit, and he sure wouldn't quit after falling only a few feet in the sky. What do these game designers care though? They're just programming a shitty game. As if that isn't bad enough, you can also beat the level easily by just flying around the enemies. And actually, it's better to go around them than it is to try to punch them out of the air. Furthermore, they put the 2 keys that you need at the end of the level, so you don't even have to go looking for them. At this rate, why even have a fucking level at all? Why don't they just leave the front door open for you so you can fly on in? Next level, same shit. Except this time they threw in a couple of electrical beams and some switches that you have to hit. Well, la-di-da! This part here is really great too. Apparently Superman can now stop bullets with his mind. So he's become like Neo. Great. Did they work on this game while drinking Drano? Anyway, you knock out the switches and you shut off the big electrical beam and then you go up to the next level. Wow, this is so exciting. Huh? Well, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to care? When the boss finally shows up, he looks like a real challenge. Guess how you beat him? You punch him repeatedly into a corner. Are they for fucking real here? The T-1000 in the Game Boy version of Terminator 2 was more dangerous than this. Once you beat this boss, if you can even call it that, you move on to the next level. Right then I just flat out quit because I could not stand them ruining Superman anymore. This game just... Ugh. However, you might be thinking, come on, there has to be something good about this game, right? Like maybe the music? Maybe they got a nice version of John Williams' rousing Superman theme? Ha ha! This is what passes for theme music in this shitburger. Is that even a theme, or is it just like random noise? And let's not forget the in-stage music, oh no! Somewhere, Hans Zimmer is laughing his ass off and saying, well, at least I didn't do that for Man of Steel. If I could say one good thing about this game, I wouldn't because it doesn't deserve any fucking compliments. Titus, shame on you for fucking up Superman. So in conclusion, if I had a gun to my head and I had to choose between playing Superman 64 and this game, I'd rather just get shot in the head. And even though Titus is now out of business, I hope that anyone associated with this game never gets to touch Superman or RoboCop ever again, because they just flat out do not get the characters. This is Film and Stuff signing off. Thanks for watching. He's fucking Superman! What fucking door is gonna stop him?